Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Officers at 24/7, and I am here with all of you to discuss the another session on the principles and practices of banking, that is your PPB subject. So, as you know, in the Sankalp series, we have started every day. We are discussing one particular chapter of your Module A. Then, after we have completed all the 21 units of Module A, we will start with the Module B, then Module C, and then Module D. Because you know there are total 55 units in your PPB subject. So, out of those 55, 21 units are only in your Module A. So, if I am talking about the general banking operation, that's a Module A of your, it covers 21 units. Out of that, we have discussed 5. And today we are going to discuss the 6th unit, that is talking about the operating aspect of handling, clearing, collection or cash. Right? So this is what we are going to discuss today. But before that, as you know, 55 units are there. And we have around 60 days now to go or to be prepared fully for our paper, or from where, or I can say it should be very clear for all of us from before 30th of September. We should have to complete the syllabus, right? And this is, we have only 60 days now. So, and 55 units are there. So every day we are going to discuss one unit and it will cover your all the units, okay? And also this session happens Monday to Friday. Apart from that, this happens at 7 a.m. only on Offices at 24/7. So those who do not know, and if this is your first class, what you can do, you can go to the Offices at 24/7 channel. You can find the playlist there and check all the other 5 sessions that I have already taken. Okay. So let's start the session. Before starting the session, I'm your mentor for PPB and Indian Economy, Indian Financial System, both for the JAIIB. Okay. And also I request to all of you, do make sure you share the session on the Telegram channels, WhatsApp group, Facebook groups, wherever you link with the persons who are going to give their JAIIB October 2023 paper, so that they will be also joining us in this particular session. So let's start the question. So first of all, we are going to discuss the Module A, the Unit 6, that is operational aspect of handling the clearing, collection or cash. Okay, so this is the first question in front of you, and in the end of the session, I am going to ask from all of you how many answers you have given correct. So do make sure you are counting your answers. So first is talking about which of the following are not the characteristics of CTS. Not a characteristics of CTS. First of all, let me know in the comment section what actually the CTS stands for. I know you all have heard this term, CTS 2010. So let me know what is CTS actually means. What is the full form of CTS? Okay. It stands for check truncation system, and the check truncation system was introduced to stop the physical movement of check. So to stop the physical movement of check, we have introduced what? We have introduced the CTS. Okay. Now, these are the certain statement. Out of that, you have to tell which of the following is not a characteristics of CTS. So first statement is talking about it is an electronic image of a paper check. Okay. Second is saying banks and financial institution can involve, and the clearing house can truncate a check. It means the clearing house can create an electronic image of a check. Third is saying the electronic image of the check truncation substitutes the physical check from the point and time of truncation onwards. Then the truncation is done anytime, reduce the time taken for the realization. So what do you think, which of the following is or are not a characteristics of CTS? So first of all, it is an electronic image of paper check. This is the characteristics. This is the characteristic. Second, banks and financial institutions will be involved. Okay, they will be involved. But the clearing house is not allowed to truncate the check. The clearing house cannot create an electronic image of a check. So the second one is incorrect. Okay, it's not a characteristics. Third is saying electronic image of a check truncation substitute the physical check from the point and time of truncation onward. This is true. This is a true statement. Fourth is saying that the truncation is done any time, reduce the time taken for realization. No, this is not true. This is incorrect. Why it is incorrect? Because truncation is done only during the course of clearing cycle. It will be done only during, it cannot be done any time. It can be done only during the course of clearing cycle. Course of clearing cycle. So that's why the fourth statement is not right. That's why the fourth statement is not right. So the right answer will be second and fourth is not a characteristics of the CTS, and the option we have is C option. So right option for this question will be C. Do remember the explanation of each and every statement because this is very important. Explanation is also important. Maybe the question will be framed from the explanation also. Okay, so do make sure you know the explanation. Now, next question. Second question says that the banks which receives the image and data from the clearing house for payment processing, which is done on the same day. So the bank also generates the return file for unpaid instruments known as which bank? Known as which bank? Option we have presenting bank, paying bank, sender bank or receiver bank. So what do you think which of the following is correct? Presenting, paying, sender or receiver? Okay, so we are saying that bank which receive the image and the data from the clearing house for payment processing. Obviously, the bank who collects this for the clearing process, that's a paying bank. What bank it is? It's a paying bank who is making the payment available for the check. So right answer will be your B option. The bank who collects the check from the customer, that's a collecting bank. Sometimes the collecting and paying bank can also be same. It can be different, it can be same. So right answer is paying bank. Next question is talking about which of the following cash held at a branch is not required to be under the dual custody. So out of the certain conditions we have in this particular option, which particular cash balance do not need what? Dual custody. It do not need the dual custody. This is the question asking. So we have options. The cashier hand balance, second. Notes of less than 100 denomination. Cash balance in the form of coins or all of the above. So in which case you do not have to have a dual custody. So in case of the coins, the dual custody will be available. In case of coins, dual custody will be available. In case of notes, the dual custody will be available if it is not defined who is holding this denomination in a bank, right? So cashier's hand balance, whatever balance is had with the cashier that do not require the dual custody in the banking. So the right answer is your A option. Okay. Next question is talking about RBI has introduced the positive pay system for CTS with effect from dash. So when RBI introduced this positive pay system, that you have to answer here. Okay, the positive pay system introduced by RBI in which particular year, it was effective from which year, that you have to tell. Clear? So let's see the options here. What are the options? 1st January 21, 1st December 21, 1st March 21, 1st January 22. So what is actually the positive pay system? It involves a process of reconfirmation, the details of a large value checks. What has been seen here, RBI has created a certain application in which electronically you can do the confirmation about the check you have submitted of the high value. So to confirm the value of a check, the details of a check, this has been introduced. So CTS positive pay system includes what? It was effective from which date? It was effective from 1st January 2021. Okay, and it became mandatory in case of check for amount of 5 lakh and above. It is mandatory for the checks of 5 lakh and above. Below this amount, it depends on the customer. If the customer wants, he can give the clarification, he can give the verification. Otherwise, if customer do not want, it is not mandatory. But above 5 lakh, it is mandatory. Because it is for the high value checks only. Now, so right answer is A. Now, under CTS process, dash images are to be taken of each check. How many images will be taken of each check here? That the question is asking about. And the options we have 2, 1, 3 and 4. So out of these 4 options, how many images will be taken of the CTS, check truncation system? So first of all, the images will be taken under a certain different combination, है ना? And that combination is, first we have a grayscale, second we have black and white, and now we have what? Black and white image. So first of all, here CTS in India, it is use a combination of what? It use a combination of grayscale and the black and white image. This combination is used under the CTS. Okay, and how many images will be taken? The 3 images will be taken here of each check. Each check will have 3 images here under the combination of the grayscale in black and white images. Okay, and this will be taken from front grayscale, front back and white, and back white, back black and white, है ना? So the first image will be front grayscale and second will be front black and white and back black and white. So this type of 3 images will be taken, है ना? And a specific scanner will be there from which you can take the images of the check. So do remember, under the CTS process, we have the image. We click the image of a check with the grayscale in black and white images, and the 3 images will be taken, front from the grayscale, front and back from the black and white images. So the right answer is 3. Okay, what is right answer? Right answer is 3. Now the next question we have, that's talk about all cash remittances in transit are covered under which insurance policy obtained by the bank? Okay, so what we're talking about here, the question is asking here, all cash remittances in transit are covered under the which insurance policy obtained by the bank? And the options we have raincoat, pillow, then blanket, and none of the above. So let me know which of the following is correct. Let me know which of the following is correct. Okay. In case of insurance, a certain conditions has been given. First of all the cash remittances means fund transfer, that should be under the insurance policy, that is blanket insurance policy, and it must be ensured that the maximum limit laid down therein for any one carriage is not extended under any circumstances. So whatever limit they have given you for the remittances, that you have to follow. Okay, and this will be done under the blanket insurance policy. All the cash remittances will be covered under the blanket insurance policy. Next, which of the following action is proper in handling counterfeit notes? So if you want to handle a counterfeit notes, what process you have to follow? Hana? So options we have, what action should be there? First, second, third and fourth. These are the options. Do read this statement carefully and then let me know which of the following is correct. Okay. So first one is saying the teller refuses to accept the counterfeit note detected by her at the counter. Second, during checking of bulk cash of a customer, counterfeit note is detected. So the customer comes and replaces it with a genuine note and is given back the counterfeit note. Third, the teller detects a counterfeit note at the counter, keeps it against receipts given to the customer. The note is destroyed by the head cashier. Fourth, the counterfeit note detected at the counter is impounded by the teller and the brands it with the counterfeit stamp. Okay, so which of the following action is proper in handling the counterfeit notes? It's very, very obvious. You can't given back the note to the customer. You can't do that. Then tailor refuses to accept. They can't do that. They will accept it. Hana, apart from that, it detects the counterfeit note, and what they done, they keep it in against the receipt given to the customer, and it will be destroyed. No, the head cashier do not have the right to destroy it. It means the right option is D, that you can able to take if you have detected that this is a counterfeit currency. Hana, in that situation, you have to pound it that particular currency with the stamp of the counterfeit. Okay, so right answer for this particular question is D option. The right answer is D option. Clear? Now next question. So next question is talking about which of the following requirement is not mandatory for check under the CTS 2010 standard. Which of the following is not mandatory for the check under the CTS 2010 standard? So we have options: field placement as prescribed, security thread, pre-filled account filled, or watermark. So which of the following is right? Which of the following requirement is not mandatory for check under the CTS standard? What is not mandatory? The security thread is not mandatory because now you are taking an electronic image. So the security thread is not mandatory for the check under the 2010 standard of CTS checks. CTS is what? Check truncation system. Truncation means simply to convert what we can say, truncation means we have introduced the CTS in the truncation way that says to stop the physical movement of check. Because when we used to do the physical movement of check, we have seen this situation like what used to happen if the check misplaced or because of the courier service it was not reached at the time. The customer have to face the loss. Whether it is from the side of the bank or not, but the customer have to face loss. So to reduce this thing, and otherwise to reduce the time for clearance. Earlier it used to take 1 week at least to clear the check. Now it can be done within 2 days. It can be done within 1 day also. So this is why we have introduced this check, and the security threat is not required. Now, the bulk of cash balance should always be in a strong room, safe in the joint custody, while the remainder, that is cashier's hand balance, which will be kept as low as conventionally possible, that will be left with whom? Okay, so bulk of the cash balance we're talking about. Head cashier, cashier, manager, or either A or B. So you have a bulk of cash balance. That should always be in the strong room or the safe room. Under the joint custody. The joint custody will be there. Clear? So while the remainder, cashier, hand balance, which will be kept as low as conventionally possible. It will be left with whom? The head cashier, the manager, or A or B. So the right answer for this particular question will be with the head cashier and the cashier. So the right answer will be your D option. Right answer is what? It is the D option. I hope it's clear. Next. Okay. So which of the following statement is not acceptable? Which of the following statement is not acceptable in the check collection policy of a bank? So not a part of a check collection policy of a bank. First is saying, the bank will take all possible measures for safeguarding the instrument received from its customer for collection. Second, the bank will compensate the customer for any delay in collection of check on its own. Okay, the third is saying, the bank will not be responsible for any delay arising out of circumstances beyond its control or control of the paying bank. Fourth is saying, no compensation will be paid for delay in collection of local checks. So what do you think? Which of the following statement is not acceptable in the check collection policy of a bank? So bank will take possible measure for safeguarding the instrument received from its customer. This is true. This have to be there in the policy. Second, the bank will compensate the customer for any delay in collection of check on its own. Yes, bank have to pay the delay. Third, the bank will not be responsible for any delay arising out of circumstances beyond its control. Like obviously, like for example, As I have told you, because of the natural disaster, the courier service not reached to the bank at the time. So this is not a mistake of a bank. So bank is not liable for in this situation. No compensation will be paid for delay in collection of local checks. It have to be paid. Because these are the local checks. Why you haven't done the compensation yet? Because that's a local check. You got the check, you have to take the image and you have to make the payment. If you have done the delay in that also, then you have to pay the compensation. So this is not acceptable in the bank check collection policy. So the right answer will be your D option. What is right answer? D option is right answer. Okay, so these are the number of questions we have talked about the CTS mainly, or I can say handling a collection of check we have discussed today. Okay, now let me know out of those questions how many answers you all have given right. And it's very obvious the complete syllabus coverage cannot be possible in a half-hour session in a particular MCQ plus explanation based question. So if you want a complete coverage of the subject with the practice questions, with the ebooks, with the PDF, etc., then you can join the Mahapack 2.2. Okay, and right now 81% discount plus the double validity is available. And here you will get so many benefits. What kind of benefits will be available? I will let you know. So first of all, you will get all the live classes. Okay. Conceptual classes, that will be the live classes. You will get the recording of the live classes. You will get a topic-wise test. Full-length mock test will be there. Ebooks will be there and class PDFs will also be there. And in the Mahapack, you will get marathons also. This is the difference between a batch and a marathon, right? So these all benefits will be available for you. Now, how to enroll? First of all, do download the Adda 24/7 application if you haven't downloaded it yet. After download the application, go to the JAIIB CIB section and click on the JAIIB October 2023. When you click here, you will find the Mahapack as well as the batch is available here. So to enroll in any of the particular product, just click on the particular product and do read the details. So let's say I have clicked on this particular product. So we have Mahapack 2.0, always check the offering of a product. After checking the offering, what validity you want? You want 6+6, 12+2, that you have to select. Then if you find any kind of issue at the time of enrollment, you can call on this number and ask for the solution. Then how to enroll? Just click on the buy now option and apply a code JC80. What code is required to be applied? JC80 code you can apply, and you can see here only 80% discount is there. If you want 1% additional discount, you can use the coins that is available on the application, and around 64 or 6500 you have to pay for 1 year validity of your JAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Okay, and if you want to go with the Sankalp batch now, you can go with the Sankalp batch also. That is also available very easily on the application only. And the same process you have to use for the Sankalp batch also. Clear? So this is the information for all of you, how to enroll. So next, first of all, let me know what is your score out of the total question. Those who are watching us recorded, also let me know in the comment section how many answers you have given correct. And also, if you haven't downloaded the application, do download it. If you haven't subscribed the channel, Office of Adda 24/7, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Also, this session on PPB is going on Monday to Friday, only on Office of Adda 24/7. If you haven't seen the earlier sessions, 5 sessions already I have taken. If you haven't seen those sessions, you can go to the Office of Adda 24/7 platform. You can find the playlist and you can check the all other 5 sessions which already have been done. Okay, and also I have a request to all of you again, do share the session on the Telegram channel, WhatsApp group, Facebook groups, wherever you know the persons are available who are going to give their JAIIB October exam. Okay, so let's end the session here, and we are going to meet again tomorrow at the same time for 7 AM for the PPB and at 7:30 AM for the Indian economy and Indian financial system. So do not forget to join the session, and thank you all. Have a very good